All right, so all of our Zoom friends, they could they can see us. You see, like they're using the Senate chamber camera up there. So everyone say hi to our Zoom friends. Hi.
Hi. Oh God, isn't my face like huge on the screen right now?
We need to work our audio.
Right, say hi, Chandler.
Hi. Oh, you did it.
Yeah, I got it out there.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks.
All right, so let's get started.
Except everybody.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about big tech censorship and why it sucks. So as you know, like over the past couple of weeks, some big things have happened, some unprecedented things. Twitter banned President Trump. They took off Parler, the conservative Twitter. They're doing a lot of things that there's really nothing that, I mean, what can you do? They're a monopoly, the social media companies. So we're going to discuss that and yeah, it's going to be an interesting discussion. So what is Turning Point USA? So we're a nonprofit, nonpartisan club. So that means that we don't endorse candidates or parties. We are conservative, but the difference is specifically we're not like the college Republicans, you know. So there's like no MAGA gear up here, anything like that. But we focus on free markets, limited government, personal responsibility, the Constitution, America, all those good things. Yeah. So what do? We have activism events. Last semester, so we had a dunk tank on campus and we had an event called Drowning in Debt. So we were using the dunk tank as a metaphor for our huge national debt. It was like 27 trillion and counting. On-campus engagement, every single week, usually on Wednesdays, but it changes. And by the way, if any of you guys aren't in the GroupMe, the internal GroupMe, just talk to me or any one of us, we can add you to the GroupMe. So, and we'll let you know where we're tabling and which day through the GroupMe. But on campus engagement, we do tabling, socials. Last semester, we went to the gun range, and a lot of people didn't know they never shot a gun before, but we had like an ex-SWAT cop there, and he taught like gun safety, you know, and made it really fun. We also are going paintballing this Saturday. We'll talk about that a little later. We have meetings twice a month, usually on Tuesdays, and we have speakers. And we have a bunch of cool speakers coming this semester to be announced, so stay tuned with that. Real quick, if you guys can scan these if you don't already have us on Facebook and Instagram. I'll keep it up here for 30 seconds. Yeah, you're feeling generous. You're feeling generous.
If anybody actually does want to make any donations, or if like you have family members that are like, dang, I really love what you guys are doing, like you guys are awesome, and want to provide. So the pizza was kindly provided by Nationals, and thank Browning for the pizza we have here today. But it's not always, yeah, Browning. But it's not something that we're like used to having, because last semester we were having like, you know, just budgeting issues that we couldn't afford the pizza. So if you guys do want more food and like drinks, sorry about the drinks, there's none. But if you, no, they're all gone. But my point is, like, if you do want to donate, you guys can donate to that Venmo, or there's a donation link usually in our Instagram bio, not during our meetings because we have the Zoom link, but just tell your family, friends, anything like that.
Okay, everyone get this? Move on. All right, so just the beginning of the semester stuff, we're gonna go over just the e-board. I'm gonna see real quick if there's anyone else waiting in here. Oh, there's 3. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Carter Murmer. I'm a 4th year business administration major. and I'm specializing in pre-law and getting a minor in Spanish. But yeah, all right.
All right. Who you got next? I'm Johanny. I'm a third-year poli-sci major.
My name is Raquel. I'm currently the one who runs the social media account. That's fine. I'm currently the one that runs the social media account, and Carter's on it too. But if you guys ever have any like funny memes that you guys want to send us or want us to repost on our story, more than welcome. You'll be talking to us in the DMs if any of you have ever messaged us. But yeah, and I'm also the treasurer.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm a second-year biology major, and I'm also in Innovation Academy. So is Carter. So we're getting minors in innovation. I am also a campus correspondent for Campus Reform, so you could look me up if you want to read my stories. And yeah, I'm the secretary. Thank you.
I also forgot to mention I'm a sophomore too, and I'm an APK major, so it's applied physiology on the pre-med track. So nothing politically related, but we're all, you know, we all have different majors, so it's pretty cool.
Bring this way up. I'm Alex Flowers. I'm the freshman outreach coordinator. I'm a first year pre-nursing, not nursing yet, hopefully soon though. But I'm a first year pre-nursing student here at the University of Florida. And then the Icebreaker's next, right? All right, so know some of you are returning faces, but there are a lot of new faces here. So we're gonna do an icebreaker. I can talk pretty loud, so I'm gonna walk around the room just so we can kind of get this done a little quicker. If you wanna go over some things, we're gonna ask name, your year, major as well, year and major. And then a fun one, why did you come here tonight? So do we wanna go first? Or do us first? So like I said, I'm Alex Flowers, first year pre-nursing. And I came tonight not only because I'm fiscally conservative, but I believe strongly in free speech. And I think that the right has not necessarily used its right of free speech to be as vocal as it should in the past couple of years. And I strongly believe in what we're doing and using our voice.
I came here tonight, besides me being president. I think that what Twitter did to President Trump was as a big overreach, and it was unimaginable that the president of the United States can't communicate with the people as he's been doing for the past 4 or 5 years. I think it's scary. I think it's unprecedented, and I think it's really important that we do something about this, because if we don't stop big tech, then who knows what they'll do next.
All right. And once again, Johanny. I came here because I like being around all of you guys with like minds and hearing different opinions sometimes. And it was a great opportunity for us to just speak and have our minds out there.
We're gonna go around the room. If everybody, I know we have masks on, so if everybody can just try to talk loud, introduce yourself to everybody, and answer the questions. So
yeah, okay, speak up so our friends on Zoom can hear.
Yeah, I'm Landry Driver. I'm fourth year food and economics major, and I'm here tonight for the district. My name's Lyle Lonnie. I am a second year.
Can't hear you.
Speak up, speak up.
My name is Lyle Lonnie. I am a second year student, graduate student, studying mechanical engineering. And I also came here for the district.
My name is Rafaela. I'm a first year majoring in health sciences and on the pre-med track, minoring in Arab culture. I came here tonight because I want to be able to see more than one perspective within the world and how we're able to communicate and express what we think is right within this all these events.
My name is Ruth Catherwood. I am a second year accounting student, and I came here tonight because I want to live in 2021, not 1983. So I'm open to having a great conversation with all of you and excited to be with you.
Pretty good one.
I'm himself, that's rude. Last year I came to a couple of meetings and like last semester I kind of didn't leave my room. So I thought it would be a good way to start off the semester.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Brittany. I'm a senior dietetic student. Why'd I come here tonight? Number one, there's pizza. Number two, I have friends here already. And I hope to make some new friends. So hi. And I'm conservative, if you didn't already know.
I did that last week.
I'm Samantha. I'm a freshman business administration major on the finance class. And I came here tonight to have people.
All right. I'm Benjamin. I'm a junior. I'm at anything here.
I'm Caroline. I'm a second year poli-sci major and history. And I came because I want to use other conservative students that are kind of like seeing what everyone has been saying, like this course is what you guys have to say, and this is how it's
Hi, my name is Rosalie, and I'm a sophomore this year. My major is microbiology and social science. What I do tonight would be because I want to know people and I hate censorship. So I wanted to see what you would.
Miami. I'm in the classes, which you do. I'm studying poli-sci. I came here today because of the grassroots constitutionalism.
We'll start at the top on this side. All right, interesting one. All the way in the back.
My name is Blake Anderson. I'm a fourth year computer science major. I'm primarily here because of AWS and Parlor. It's great experience especially being from the computer science. We use AWS on production products to see them shut down a business effectively. So it's not just the business, but the families that are employed with the business. That's why I'm here.
All right. My name is Ryan. I'm a junior. I'm studying health insurance. And this is actually my first GBM.
My name is Brian Censorship. I'm the first year student and my course is biology. I can't I'm in math. I'm a first year biology student hoping to get into pharmacy, and I think that those also. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm Browning Sandusky. I never went to school, and I came here because the pizza must be delivered.
Shout out to Brownie.
Oh, this is broken.
There's people. Tell them message our Instagram.
Hi, I'm Victoria. I'm a senior in wildlife ecology and conservation, and I came for another year.
Hey, my name's Nash. I'm a graduate student studying information systems. I came tonight because I hate big monopolies and tech.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jasmine. I'm a third-year chemical engineering major with a minor in food science. That's a mouthful. I came here tonight to see Brittany's smiling face and to find more friends to buddy up with in the vlogs.
so my name is Colton Langs. I'm a freshman and a sports management major, and I'm here because the idea of free speech is very important and we need to protect it.
My name is Augustine, like the city is in Augustine. I'm a freshman, first year, in mechanical engineering. And I'm here because you guys seem like a smart bunch. I want to hear what you guys have to say about the topic. I'm not super conservative, but I'm down to listen to any ideas.
My name is Vanessa. I'm a freshman studying telecommunications, and I came because I haven't met a single conservative in the U.S.
Hi, my name is Alec Kay. I'm a senior here studying bio on a pre-professional track. And I came here so we can kind of develop an idea or a plan of action that we could probably initiate, I guess, or so to deal with something related to big tech.
Alright, my name is Rains. I came here because, this group is pretty fire and the liberals are basically taking control of everything. And I think the election was really tight. And on top of that, like, I'm just here to provide like, whatever you guys could use from me, whatever you need to do. And that's pretty much it.
Hey, hi, I'm Paulina. I'm in third year in the Master of International Business. And I think this is a topic worth discussing because big tech is abusing their power.
And then I was going to finish it off. So again, I'm Raquel. I'm a sophomore APK major, which is basically like exercise physiology. And I came here and joined Turning Point because I was raised in a Cuban household. So basically, I've always learned that big gov sucks, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, real quick. So Chandler, so name, year, and why'd you come out tonight? Oh, you're on mute.
Can you hear me? Sorry. Okay, hi, my name is Chandler. I'm a first year biology major on the pre-med track, and I wish I could come in person, but I have another meeting in like 20 minutes. So, but I came on Zoom because I wanted to find more like-minded individuals that I can complain to about the world right now. So thanks, everyone.
Awesome. All right, Sophia, or there you go, Jamil.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, my name is Jamil Jojabdilla. Sorry, I'm driving right now. I am a junior, and I'm a student in the College of Nursing. And I joined TPUSA to be around like-minded individuals who have conservative values like myself.
Awesome. Sophia, Nicole, Ellie. All right,
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Sophie Pinella. I'm a junior and I am on the pre-PA track. I'm an APK, and I came tonight because I would describe myself as a Democrat a couple months ago, and I've recently come upon a lot of new information that I realized I was being lied to. So.
Hi, my name is Ellie, and I'm a first-year advertising major on a pre-law track, and I came tonight to meet more people with similar views.
Awesome. Jackie?
Yeah, I'll go. My name's Jackie. I'm a sophomore sports broadcasting major, and I've kind of been in Turning Point for a while now, but I came tonight because I told Sophie she should come, and I felt bad if I didn't go.
All right. Ellie, Nicole, Haley, you want to go?
I can go. So I can't turn my camera on right now, and I apologize about that, but my name's Nicole. I'm a freshman, and I'm studying psychology on the pre-law track. And I came tonight because I actually knew about Turning Point USA for like a few months now, like a year, but I couldn't like find it at any other school or my high school. So I joined now, and also I just wanted to feel a sense of community with other conservatives, because a lot of my friends are not, so that can be frustrating at times. And I also probably might get into politics like in my future, like once I'm a lawyer, so that's also another reason why.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're here. Ellie, Haley, do you want to go? Oh, two of you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a second year nursing student at, well, not nursing, pre-nursing student. I have one more semester here at UF. And this is my boyfriend, Dylan. He goes to Santa Fe, but we're both conservatives. And we tuned in tonight to just, meet new people that have, similar values as we do. And also to discuss issues that, aren't really being discussed right now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're trying to get a chapter started at Santa Fe. So, we'll get in contact with you or message our Instagram. Yeah, message our Instagram, and then if you're interested.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Last person. Alrighty. Okay, so what is big tech? So big tech, it's usually say it's these three companies. So these companies, also known as the Big Four, the tech giants or the four horsemen, they're the largest and most dominant companies in the information technology industry in the United States. And since the 2000s, they have been the most valuable public traded companies globally. And they each, at one time or another, had between $500 billion to $2 trillion in market capitalization. So this is, you can see how much richer they got during the pandemic.
I'm just curious, how many of you guys have like Apple stocks or stocks for any of these companies actually? Because I know some of you are into investing. You do? Yeah, because I thought there's a lot of people who trade stocks in these companies when they are popping.
Yeah, you'd be, if you invested in them like 10 years ago, you'd be rich. All right, so recent big tech censorship. Y'all know what this is? Remember right before the election, the New York Post released this this article, and it was supposed to be like Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son. He was doing like shady stuff with Ukraine and basically like selling his father's influence to make money. So the New York Post posted this, and it was a big story. Like, it should have been bigger than it was, but Twitter and Facebook both censored this story, and Twitter locked out the New York Post for 2 weeks out of their Twitter account. And they were like, well, we'll unlock them. All you have to do is just delete the story. So, but they eventually unlocked them after 2 weeks. So, recent big tech censorship. So these are just tweets from Trump, and it's just showing like the flags that they put. They're saying that he was glorifying violence because he was trying to get the city under control. Recent big tech censorship. Trump is currently banned on all these platforms, including Spotify also. So he's not dropping. He's also banned on Spotify.
Oh my God.
Yeah, also banned on Spotify. So he's not releasing any mixtapes.
Yeah, that'll be on the mom.
This was crazy to see. So Ron Paul, he had his Facebook account blocked and he couldn't manage his page, but he was saying that he didn't do anything. He never received any notice of violating community standards, and he was locked out. And why? Because they can, and they're a private company, so they can do anything they want, basically. So this is Parler. You guys heard about Parler. It was conservative Twitter. And just recently, right after they banned Trump, the next thing they did was Google Play and Apple, they took it down from their app stores. So now you can't even if you have the Parler app, you can't use it. I think they're rebuilding it right now. They're trying to bring it back, but as the next slide shows, so they got taken down because they were using Amazon Web Services that has 40% of the cloud market. It runs Netflix, Pinterest, Slack, even the CIA. The CIA has like a $700 billion contract with them, and they run their like cloud storage. So Amazon has cloud storage for our government and dozens of more mainstream services. So a lot of people have been saying, why don't you just make your own service? You know, like if you don't like to use Twitter, if you don't want to abide by their community guidelines, why don't you just make your own service? And the problem is that Twitter and Facebook and the other big five, they're a monopoly. These are the standards for a monopoly. It's basically an industry itself, Twitter. Parler was a competitor, but they banned it. It's a price maker. It chooses its prices. There's barriers to entry, downward sloping demand curve. There's no closed substitutes. There was, but they got rid of it. And they have full control over the supply. So these, in all intents and purposes, are monopolies. That's why the Justice Department right now has filed antitrust legislation against these companies. And we'll see if they're able to break them up or what they do with it. Yeah.
It basically marketed itself as
So I'll just add, yeah, so like basically what you think of Twitter, where you see like pictures and like comments of like just random thoughts and just all that, is pretty much that. So just how anybody would use Twitter, people are just now starting to use Parler. And I think a few of us last semester were even like, are you on Parler? Are you guys, wait, we should share. And like we were already starting to use it because it was fun and stuff like that. And then just by a blink of an eye, kind of poof.
Yeah, they deleted Parler as soon as they got rid of Trump. So they banned Trump, and then Trump tweeted from like the Team Trump account, and they banned him on there. And then he went through his POTUS account, the government-run account on Twitter, and they banned him there. So they just like they didn't want Trump to communicate at all, so they just banned Parler. So these are some double standards. This was on January 6th. So he was saying, and these two tweets were taken down, but he was saying remain peaceful, and he was saying support the police, and these were taken down. Now these are tweets that weren't taken down. This is the president, more like dictator of Iran. And so the Zionist regime, basically the Jews, are a deadly cancerous growth and detriment to our region. They'll undoubtedly be uprooted and destroyed, and shame will fall on those who put their facilities at the service of normalization of relations with this regime.
Not debatable why they are allowed, Twitter is allowing that. It's because even though they are considered a monopoly in the US, social media is not very good when it comes to those Middle Eastern countries, when it comes to even socialistic countries, very closely considered a social country like Russia, for example. Putin has said many things, and even seeing them on Twitter, on those social media branches that he has, does anybody do anything about it? No. Why? Because it's international. The minute that any of those monopolies will start going in internationally or overseas beyond what they're considered allowed, which is the US borders, they're going to get called out very quickly for censorship. So that's why we're still able to see all of these matters. But even if you look, you show that of the leader of Iran with his post. The difference is, notice how he's not verified as well. So how can you tell that's actually him?
True. I'm pretty sure this is a real tweet, but in the case that it's not, this is a real tweet by the Chinese embassy in the United States. So did you guys see this one? So this is the biggest, what's the word? Genocide. And also, so they were just using like these flamboyant terms to basically say we're sterilizing Muslim women, but we're emancipating them and we're giving them gender equality and reproductive health. They're no longer baby making machines. They're more confident and independent. And then they have like a bunch of kids looking happy. But this was a real tweet. Twitter eventually took it down, but this was the official account of the Chinese embassy in the United States.
Any comments? Yeah.
Oh yeah, about the verification, like
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure that like verification away before, like other conservatives, like verification isn't mean that much, in my opinion, because not even like, oh, is this who you are? It's like who you like.
I think
I think he's actually another one that's completely banned now.
I think it was, yeah.
Because he was one of the first ones. They pulled him from everything prior to even pulling Alex Jones from everything. I think he's still completely banned.
Like, if they don't like you, they'll stick to their.
Again, it's also the reason when it comes to the the minute that they're gonna step in, they have to find a certain goal, and where are they allowed to start making their amends? Probably the reasoning is why they were able to take them down, allow those certain things to pass through for a certain period of time was because of the fact that the minute that anybody international goes onto those servers, it's considered to be on US ground, so to say. It's their cloud server that's going on there. It's not the Iranian cloud server, it's the US cloud server where tweets are being held and everything is being worked on. That might be why, and that's why we were able to control how certain tweets were going through, but it's also what's visible to us. That's
It's kind of like TikTok, and the server like China or whatever.
Exactly.
It's China.
But again, that's what they're doing as well.
We're gonna have like a whole discussion section at the end. I just want to go through the PowerPoint and then we'll be able to all say what we want to say. Okay, so have you guys heard of Section 230? So this is a law that both Democrats and Republicans want repealed, reworked. They think that there's an issue with its current form for different reasons. And this video is really good by the Wall Street Journal, and I'll explain it all. This is one of the biggest issues of our time right now.
Leaders in government and tech want to rewrite the law that shapes the internet.
It is clear that Section 230 in its current form is no longer working.
This law needs to be updated so that it continues to work well.
I think that Congress should update the law to make sure that it's working as intended. Section 230 is a law that governs who is liable for what people post on social media, but some critics say it lets platforms censor users or spread harmful information and should be rewritten.
Most everyone agrees that
Well, the slide.
view Section 230, but there's not a lot of consensus about what the problems are with it or what to do about it.
To understand this debate, it will help to dissect the bill. Here's the first critical passage. No provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. This gives websites the first of two key protections.
One is immunity when one of their users posts something that might be offensive or harmful. In that case, the user is the one liable for the speech, not the internet company that hosts it.
In other words, Twitter isn't liable for what people tweet. That's different from traditional media companies who can be sued over what they publish. The other key protection that Section 230 gives internet companies is the freedom to moderate the content that users upload. The freedom to moderate comes from this passage. Companies that operate in good faith have the power to restrict access to material that they consider to be objectionable, whether or not such material is constitutionally protected.
So if they take down a post that's offensive or harmful, they will be liable for that. It was written when the internet was really growing up, and there were a lot of websites out there were a lot of startups, and it was kind of a free-for-all in terms of what the rules of the road were around who could say what and who would be liable if something bad happened related to internet content.
In the 90s, internet service providers like Prodigy were developing interactive features for the platforms, like bulletin boards. But on one of these bulletin boards, a Prodigy user wrote a post that led to a lawsuit from an infamous brokerage firm called Stratton Oakmont.
You may remember it from the Wolf of Wall Street movie where it was portrayed. They got involved in the Section 230 story because they sued someone who had posted something about them online.
Stratton won its defamation suit, in part because Prodigy had moderated its content, which, in the court's view, made it a publisher.
So the Stratton case created this dynamic where internet companies had kind of a perverse incentive. If they took down a piece of content because it was harmful, they could be sued for doing that. And so in a way, they had an incentive not to do anything, to just let people say whatever they wanted, or they could just not allow any posts by users at all. And neither of those outcomes seem very be beneficial to consumers, and that's why Congress stepped in.
Senator Ron Wyden co-authored the 1996 text and has said that Section 230 was written to relieve the burden on fledgling tech companies.
We wanted small businesses to start out focusing on hiring engineers, developers, and designers, rather than worrying about how they had to hire a team of employees.
But since Section 230 was written, the reach and political influence of platforms has grown, and that's led to numerous calls to update the law. Republicans have challenged the legal protections that Section 230 grants and say that the law lets tech companies censor conservatives. Here's Senator Roger Wicker commenting on the range of company takedowns that occurred ahead of the 2020 election.
These recent incidents on censorship and suppression of conservative voices in the internet. Reasonable observers are left to wonder whether big tech firms are obstructing the flow of information to benefit one political ideology or gender.
But platforms debate these claims.
Let me be clear. We approach our work without political bias. Full stop. To do otherwise would be contrary to both our business interests and our mission.
If Republicans are concerned that internet companies are taking too many posts down, Democrats have the opposite concern. They're worried that internet companies are leaving too many posts up, in particular false information about elections or any other issue. So they really want to see these companies be a lot more active.
Facebook is profiting off and amplifying disinformation that harms others because it's profitable. This isn't a speech issue.
On the campaign trail, Joe Biden said that it's time to revoke how much protection tech platforms get.
I, for one, think we should be considering taking away the exemption that they cannot be sued for knowingly engaged in promoting something that's not true.
Others, like Susan Ness, a former FCC commissioner, say that limiting the liability protections in Section 230 could chill free expression.
To the extent one plays around with it too much or removes it, it will have dramatic and negative impact on freedom of expression.
Others question the assumption that tech companies are acting in good faith, especially when harmful content goes viral.
Some lawmakers look at this issue and say, look, if an internet company takes a piece of content and processes it, puts it through an algorithm, promotes it, and helps it go viral, well, in that case, maybe the company should have more responsibility about whether that content was harmful.
Others simply think the companies have too much leeway to decide what stays up and what comes down. One bill from Senate Republicans aims to strike the otherwise objectionable standard and replace it with narrower guidance on content that promotes self-harm, terrorism, or unlawful activity. Another area of focus is transparency.
There's real mistrust among the American people about whether you're being fair or transparent.
This is one area that tech executives say they agree.
I hear the concerns and acknowledge them, but we want to fix it with more transparency.
You know, these companies really have come to a point where they've been under criticism for years, and they're realizing that saying, hey, just keep your hands off us isn't going to work. And so they are now advocating for some form of regulation that they can live with. All these solutions we're talking about are legislative, and it's hard to pass laws, particularly when Congress is divided. And that means the courts could be the first place where Section 230 changes. Justice Clarence Thomas issued a statement where he questioned whether the provision has been interpreted too broadly by the and he was sort of inviting legal challenges to Section 230 and the way that it's been interpreted.
With the review of Section 230 underway, the web that we know could morph into something fundamentally different.
All right. There's also a really good Vox video. Vox is whatever, but they sometimes make good videos. They have a video on Section 230, and it's really good. So if you're interested in learning more, I definitely recommend that. It's on YouTube. That's the picture.
Oh.
All right, discussion. Johan, you want to run it? All right, so Our Vice President Johanny is going to run the discussion.
All right, so we did learn a lot and hear more about Section 230 and big government or big tech censorship. So after hearing Section 230 and how it works in our government, do you think it should be repealed, reworked, or left alone, or replaced, or anything?
All right.
Jasmine first, and then.
And everyone's, sorry, Jasmine, just I want to say everyone speak up so our friends on Zoom can hear.
So I'm not
Do
sure
it.
if it was Section 230 specifically, but I know that there's like a similar set of laws that I've seen documentary about, and it's not just like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter that are having issues and not taking liability for the action. I watched a documentary about how like dating apps like Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, all those have no responsibility at all if someone who is like a registered offender, like been to jail, all that kind of stuff, they have no responsibility at all for people like that onto the platform. And people have actually like because of it. Also, but people can't come back and sue any of those companies for anything, even if they've been reported that the person is like a dangerous person and has even if they're not sure if it's Section 230 specifically, but I know there's like a similar set of laws that count towards that as well. And if stuff like that is like slide, and like companies have no responsibility for what they're doing, and like what can't be liable for anything, that's ridiculous. Like they have a responsibility like to keep their users safe, and also like that's another thing that keeps coming up with Facebook. It's like, oh, we're not partisan, we're just a platform, we're just a place for people to like speak freely. It's like if you are what you say you are, you should be acting that way. And if you're not gonna do that, follow your own good grace sense or whatever the verbiage was, it's like if you're not gonna act in good faith, then it needs to be legislated because it's obviously not happening.
In that Vox video I was telling you about, it was saying how there's this guy who had a crazy ex-boyfriend who made a fake Grindr account for him, but he made a fake account, and he made it like a really sexually explicit account, and then the guy started getting harassed because other guys were like, it was basically like inviting sexual assault on this guy. So they tried to sue Grindr, and because of Section 230, you can't sue. There's like a sword and a shield. So they have the sword, they can take down what they want, but there's a big shield over them, and you can't do anything about it. They have broad immunity.
Blake first. Right.
I actually agree with like because even with the algorithm that we have to take into consideration, there's a lot more big tech companies that we're not even discussing. Like Google, for example. Google has a lot of opportunities when working with Facebook, when working with Twitter, when working even with certain other big companies that are so influenced within the technological world that when you look at their algorithm, if you ask some workers there that specifically are designated for SEO or SEM, they don't even understand the algorithm themselves. That's how evolved it has become. So when we're trying to do anything with Section 230, we have to keep that in mind Because even if we try to give technological companies more power, even if we're trying to like remove power from them in order to vote, avoid censorship, whatever the idea is in the end going to be with this reworked section, we need to understand that no matter what happens, this is going to evolve again and again and again. And we'll have to keep reworking this so many times because this was just very recently considered out of all the recent technological work. This is the most recent section that we've had developed. And look how far we've already gone with technology. We have so many more apps that are being opened daily on certain subjects. Parler was even coming up within short few months. TikTok, something that was previously one company, now is one of the biggest apps in the world that's promoting news, certain people on there with their own SEOs. It's things that we have to consider as well when going forward in that manner.
And also, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but a lot of these, the majority of companies, but a good chunk of those companies that were like the top 10 kinds or whatever are American companies, but there are American companies that are used internationally, and there's a lot of like things that go wrong when you start like crossing borders. It would be very easy and very simple, like we just said. If you're on an American app, you have to follow American rules or whatever, or like follow American regulations. But it's not that easy. Like every single Apple computer, every single thing that you get from Apple can't even work in Icelandic. And there's people who only speak Icelandic and like have to like learn English just to use like this device. That area of the country is called Myanmar or Burma, whatever you want to call it. And the algorithms that they have don't even work in their language, and they can't even see when people are like causing civil unrest and like talking about like murdering people because they're from a certain culture. So like it's really easy for us to say like to like draw the line, but you have to remember that like these companies are working internationally. Some of their servers are international. Like we're working with like different like the crossing borders, working with different laws. In China, it's perfectly okay to say you gotta follow the leaders, but in America, that's not okay. And so it really like we have to like really hold these companies accountable for like what are your terms of service, like having it be like equal across the board and making it so that everyone is getting like the most freedom in like their app, but also like drawing the line with what they are not allowing. I think the line should be the Constitution, but like just making it so that it's like not a double standard for everybody involved.
You can't really put like you were saying, like okay, put up the separate terms and things like that and make it the Constitution as the ruling. You can't really do that because of the fact that the Constitution is the set of rules for the government, not for the internet. The internet, what the difference is that the internet is the cloud. It's not really, it's essential. All it is a couple of machines, but it's another entire world that we're dealing with. And that's why there's no borders, no boundaries. You can't really use the Constitution. So the minute that you have someone from Russia, they have different rules and different rights that they're promoting. They have different standards. They have different societal norms, so to speak, as well. In America, it's considered entirely different, the way how it's considered abnormal, what they think, versus the U.S. societal norms.
Yeah, so instead of like setting standards and setting their terms and conditions and stuff that's like culturally dependent, like what we consider is going to be in the United States is going to be different than what we consider is going to be in Europe. Having something that's like a universal, like this is the definition of a word, is going to be easier. So it's saying like, you can post whatever you want on this platform, just don't incite violence. Everyone knows what violence is, like, it's pretty obvious, like it's a common thing, and it's like, I'm not saying like the rules of the Constitution, but just like taking parts from it and saying like, here's our standard as a company, and like we're going to be like kind of inspired by the Constitution to be a really easy first step that they obviously are taking. Very true.
All right. So you're saying more of like an international standpoint where that's kind of like the company's issue. So they can regulate it as far as it goes into other countries and stuff. But so that's just the first step. And then the second step is if we sit here and figure it out and regulate it throughout international borders and everything, here in the US, like, what do we think? Do you think that we should have like the Internet Bill of Rights, like something that we can handle with, or should private companies have the authority to sit there and censor speech on their own? Like, and it's just 100% up to them, government or none?
because the minute that we give power to the company, they're going to write it, they could potentially write it to their advantage. It's the same thing with the way how they just were told that they were provided them antitrust complaints because of the fact they were never truly considered a monopoly because of how much information they were providing, what it was looking like on the outside with certain things. The minute that we try to give them the ability to create their own internet bill of rights, it's going to work for them, and it's going to give them the stability and that power to do what they choose to do, not really what's in the best. So you're saying like that they shouldn't create it? No, it needs to be a combination of what does, not, the company should have a voice, but not the majority voice. It should be more representatives of the users. So because of how international this world is, the internet, you need something similar to what happened with the when global warming happened in the 1970s. They had a meeting where all representatives within the UN even were all coming together and organizing that set of rules for what was going to be happening and how they were going to be able to take control over this matter, so to speak.
Well,
How did you argue they made unelected, monopoly owners to say, hey, please make this because you obviously know more than I knew about how the internet or how your algorithms work. I mean, that's where our Constitution really was written fantastically, that it has been fluid and moved across time. I mean, we still enjoy those protections. They shouldn't say, oh, since it's in the U.S. Constitution, freedom of speech, First Amendment, it doesn't go on the internet. I mean, we're users, we're humans, we should still abide by that, even though we're using another form, like writing newspapers or radio, or now like Twitter. Yeah.
Is if you're gonna act like a publisher, then you should rewrite section 230 and make them responsible for publication. And as for adult rights, I believe there are like two purposes that like try to extend at least the first and fourth amendment of the Constitution. I do not remember the purposes, but the purpose of the first one is that through media, the purpose was in the radio, that you can't say certain things, like that's why the limitation on what time you're allowed to say something, and the established family on television. So, if an interim bill of rights is to be considered, it should be more with the Constitution. While taking understanding, these companies are companies, they're still providing like major families that need to feed their kids. They also have to understand that like we can't make it just not that nobody's gonna have to say anything.
Yeah, you guys.
To answer the question of section 230, I don't, as it stands right now, Congress has been choosing matters of technology that are effectively 20 years behind us. So getting them to rework it is frankly quite stupid. For the Internet Bill of Rights, you don't even have to make central rights. All you have to do is just expand the protection law to include then you can make a point for it. No business is supposed to deny you on the basis of professional class, so political affiliation that you should private companies have to report the censor speech only if the speech is causing interference with a person's ability to interact on the public.
Yes, dear. I got the 3 labels.
All right, and range.
Or if you are, or if your speech has specific balance, for example, not the game, not the threat, that's a specific item balance. And you can't spam because that's interfering with people. If you have the internet where characters are wanting to control the screen and spam.
No, one more person.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Because that's what's considered with what we see, and because of how we are trying to like make an impact on certain trends, we also have to look at what everybody is doing as well. Because of those certain trends, that's what we mostly see at that point. So when we were going back to the Black Square, Blackout Tuesday, I believe that was, it was all falling under one hashtag that everybody was putting down, hashtag Blackout Tuesday. All social media platforms were promoting that hashtag. Anybody was putting on there, you were immediately viewed. You were one of the top ones. From there, number of likes that were going through. Relatability to what you search for in general.
okay, so just really quick, so then we can also do the Kahoot, and then you guys can obviously keep discussing after. Reigns and then Reese, if you wanted to say
a
anything.
minute each.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think the issue is like, for instance, the 500 disability censorship, TGM. I think they should be allowed to censor whatever they want. I don't care what political, even if it's completely biased. Like, the only issue that I see is that we have monopolies, and when we try to take over monopolies with like power and stuff, they completely shut that down. So that's the only issue that I see, honestly. Like, they can do that stuff, they can do political stuff, but they just can't be monopolies if they're trying to be using our American values where it's like free, they're able to like compete and everything, that's being completely shut down. That's the only issue that I see in monopoly.
So just to clear it up, like just to make sure everybody also gets what you're saying. So you're saying, yes, since like they can, but as long as there's like competitive like apps to go against
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
For Section 230, I don't really care about it, to be honest. The main thing that I think is like, if you use like Grindr or whatever to like with somebody, that shouldn't be going on Grindr, in my opinion. That should be going on the person themselves. Like, you can't blame that thing because people can just do whatever. It's just the individual. It's not the actual thing that they're providing. Sure, they allow that to happen, but it's ultimately the person.
Yeah.
You can't be able to see big numbers for the actions of individuals. Like, if Trump said, "Oh, kill these people," whatever, obviously doesn't do that. He actually does. It should be on Trump, not on Twitter, for allowing that speech out there. Because I mean, a lot of stuff, they use that to justify their censorship, which is obviously more BS. So it's just all individual, it's all on not having these monopolies with the control of everything.
Yeah, that's pretty right on.
I was just gonna bring up the fact that like Kathy Griffin was holding the president's bloody head, and you're telling me that's not a threat. However, other people can say things like, "Hey, I object to the election process," and they were doing it in the right way. Now, like everyone in that one protest, you know, obviously, no, but it's a constitutional process. So who's gonna deem what threats are threats? And you had Maxine Waters telling people that they need to harass their congressman at a gasoline station. Yet other people have said like, "Oh, I object to the election," and then they're automatically.
One last time.
One last thing. I don't think that 230 should be repealed because I think that there's parts of 230 that are good, there's parts that are bad. We're a capitalist group. That doesn't mean everybody's as diehard a capitalist as I am, but I do believe in competition. I think Parler was good because of its competition with Twitter. And Section 230 actually protects tech startups because if tech companies become liable for things that are posted on their platforms, like someone trying to compete against Twitter, as soon as someone posts something that's against someone else, if they're held liable for it, all of a sudden they go bankrupt in legal fees. So these small companies that can't afford those legal fees because they're not protected, can't compete against someone like Facebook who could afford those legal fees. However, it was kind of like Carter said, the Vox video describes it as giving them a shield, protecting them from those legal battles so that they can grow and be competitive. But it also does give them a sword. It kind of puts some of these tech companies, where everybody talks about the difference between a publisher and an open forum. But the real issue with 230 is 230 allows these tech companies to sit in the middle, to be neither a publisher or an open forum. They're an open forum when it's convenient to them, but at the same time, they become a publisher and censor what they don't want because of something.
Side note, but in that video that he showed, there was a comment, he might have changed his mind, but Biden talking about how tech companies should no longer get this blanket protection, and they should not, like they should be held liable for doing. I was like, if Joe Biden was out here saying this, why was big tech so gung ho for supporting Joe Biden? Yeah,
Something like this is gonna happen.
yeah, so it's kind of like, it's more like
Yeah. I thought you want it.
What?
kind of repackaging thing, or if it's now the tech.
Yeah, we didn't put it in here, but I have a video from him from Biden talking at University of Pennsylvania in 2017, talking about how big tech censorship is bad and how we should protect freedom of speech. And it was an hour and a half long video. So, you know, yeah, it's on YouTube. If you guys want to watch it, I can send the link in the group chat.
Wait, what year did you say that was in?
2017.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But this is,
Yeah. All right. Is everyone go on their phones, type in kahoot.it. Type in.
3 times champ told. Come on. 3 times champ.
Oh, goodness.
all right, so just really quick,
Oh, wait, Biden's still on.
All right.
I like it.
Anyone else?
Maybe you'll do better next time.
Raise your hand if you're still trying to sign in. Everyone signed in?
Yeah, okay.
10 questions.
10. All right. One more time. Raise your hand if you're still signing in. All right. We good?
So I'd just like to add that, so today, really quickly, for those of you that went to SAS, I got some cool prizes. So every time we play Kahoot or we do like a fun activity, you guys can come up, like the winners, and get a hat or sunglasses or like a book by Jeff Webb, which is an amazing entrepreneur. So yeah.
All right. I am going to start it now. All right.
I think
Y'all.
Uh-oh, Cole, you're in 3rd place, bud. That's burning.
Just so you guys know, I do think you are shot address.
All right.
Please like and share. Help us.
Right.
Good luck trying to beat it. Good luck trying.
Second Amendment rights. Oh, true.
Right the barrel.
Oh my gosh.
Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm sweet.
We got him.
It's like I'm not even gonna waste my time asking you. Oh no, dude, I know. If they're wearing Doc Martens. Reddit.
What's up?
definitely one time, guys. All these are wrong. It's walk
On some Reddit.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
Starts with J. That's all we know.
Oh my God.
I
You
totally
did?
guessed.
Ooh. Colton's down.
This one's kind of tricky. It is. Oh, wow.
What? No, it's sunk.
Yeah.
I'm trying, there was something else that's.
Oh, I'm on the board.
Hey.
Since Facebook and Twitter banned Trump, they've lost $50 billion in market capitalization. 50 billion.
Now start putting your stats in that. I think that's great. I just read an article by her too.
By her?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Is our good old Candace Owens.
Not even that, but she has now like articles that are being put together.
Oh, you made it.
Hey.
Who's Lizard King Zuck?
Oh, Lizard King Zuck, I will claim my
What?
pride.
Are you for real?
I'm sorry.
That was really you?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Wow.
That's the funniest thing.
Should we get second place?
Sure.
Who got in second place?
Seriously.
All right, put down here too.
I was just saying, I have all this.
Yeah, okay.
I have all this stuff.
So yeah, just so you guys know, I also wanted to put it through the meeting time. There's these really cool videos by
There's these really cool videos by Project Veritas. If you guys don't know what that is, basically it's James O'Keefe that Jasmine was saying has crackhead energy, which is very true. He's like running all over the place.
He doesn't just have the energy, he looks like a crack.
Yeah, it's fine, but yeah. So basically, what happened these past few days too is that he's been releasing videos of whistleblowers within Twitter and basically their master plan when people don't. So.
No way. No way.
Oh my God.
Did he pardon Lil Wayne? That's all I care about.
All right.
Wait, this is literally before.
He's gonna go to jail.
Alrighty, y'all. Let's, as usual, when you're ready, gather to the front for our meeting photo.